plant is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Getting used to it? After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces. Should be the perfect one. Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority.
Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope?
See the village? Straight ahead? To the right. All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is. Good. Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Dawandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and these. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back. Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
Why don't you do a little more practice in those ruins? Shooting, taking cover, climbing obstacles. See to it that 9-year gap doesn't slow you down. Even the sheerest cliffs are climbable if there are cracks you can use as handholds. You might even find some unexpected routes that way. Keep an eye out for cracks on your travels. There's a Soviet guard post. There are bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view. That's marking. Focus on a thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map. Security at that guard post is relatively low. Looks like the perfect place for a warm-up. Try to remember the ways you used to deal with enemies. Anytime you need advice, just give me a call. Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
On the ground.
Я не понимаю! Не понимаю!
Boss, you don't understand what he said? I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the... Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Spit it out.
Что это значит?
Where are the others?
Я не понимаю! Не понимаю!
Understanding a language and being able to interpret from that language for somebody else are two different things. Juggling languages at a rapid-fire pace is more difficult than you might think. So, that's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
Hands up.
Подожди!
Find out.
It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat.
Hands up.
Подожди! Не стреляй!
Spit it out.
I'll let you know if we locate a soldier with the interpreter skill. Extracting him will enable you to understand what the Soviets are saying. Otherwise, your interrogations are going to be, well, a waste of time. Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them? Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse. You're almost at the enemy outpost, Violo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village? How about it? Can you see the village from there? Use the binoculars to recon the place. Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there. a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
Нет, не делай этого!
A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Hands up.
Не стреляй!
Знаешь, на днях слышал кое-что интересное. Вот ученый сказал, не боится заявления Рейгана.
Это в программе «Звездные войны»?
Программа Sony. Предполагает, можно поднять ракету. Чтобы на родине нанести ядерный удар.
Это ужасно.
Даже если бы выиграли, говорят, нам не хватило припасов. В принципе, ядерный.
Hey, that's... So you picked up an intel file. Now we know where Miller is. I'm marking it on your iDroid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an enemy guard post. Watch yourself. That's tarragon, a type of medicinal plant. It contains trace amounts of a benzodiazepine derivative that's the active ingredient in pentazemin.
Она голая.
Голая? Да нафиг.
Серьезно? Значит, что она не местная.
Слушай, если видишь ее, скажи мне.
Но не проблема. Она исчезает так же быстро, как и появляется.
Что значит?
Никто не смог подойти к ней достаточно близко.
Ау!
Говори.
С собой все в Ходно порядке? поведение.
Слушай, поведение или нет? Я бы не отказался.
Точно. Ладно.
Ау, в порядке? Что это?
Шутофа!
Что там?
Нет, не делай этого!
Spit it out.
Русский speak, please! Вы говорите по-русски? Не стреляй! Подожди, не стреляй!
Я не хочу умирать!
Не стреляй! Подожди, не стреляй!
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your eyes, Roy, for his location. I hope to hell he's all right. He's not your average client.
Spit it out.
Извини, я не знаю английского.
Panzer.
Я не хочу умирать!
Эй, ты слыхал? Или крокодил, который летел из Баграм?
Нас твое новое оружие пробило по броню.
Нет, говорят, у них откуда-то взялся переносной ракетный комплекс.
Ракетный комплекс. Шаманов?
Да, и тепловые ловушки ему не помешали.
Откуда у них такая город?
Мы пока что только слышали этот комплекс. Никому из наших еще не довелось его пощупать.
Оружие-призрак.
А ты попробуй взять в плен душмана с этой установкой. Тебе за это красное знамя.
Что? Хватит сочинять, товарищ. Пока.
Увидим.
Нет, не делай этого! Нет, не делай этого! Нет, не делай этого!
That's the building, boss. That's where they're holding Miller.
Стреляй! Все сложится. Слышу все эти слухи о тех городах. Течки и радиации и всяких.